Okay, so I am super pumped for today's video because I just went through the process of product changing my Chase Marriott Bonvoy Bold card into the Chase Ritz Carlton card, and I just got this card in the mail. And of course, I'm going to do an unboxing of this card, but I also want to explain how you can get this card, the main features of this card, and why I decided to get it. Now, as you can't apply directly for the Ritz Carlton card, there's no sign-up bonus either, but you can still get a sign-up bonus while on the path to getting this card, and here's how you can do that. The Chase Ritz Carlton card is available via a product change from other Chase Marriott Bonvoy cards in Chase's current credit card lineup. And the three available options are the Chase Marriott Bonvoy Bold card, the Chase Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card, and the Chase Bonvoy Bountiful card. Now, even though you could get any one of these cards, I'd highly recommend the Chase Bonvoy Boundless card as the entry point for the Chase Ritz Carlton card. This is because at a $95 annual fee, this card offers the best value as compared to the other two cards, and there's usually fantastic limited time sign-up bonuses to make this card worth it in the first year, which, in terms of getting the Ritz Carlton card, is the only year that matters. But if you decide to keep this card instead, there's no harm nor foul to that decision because it's still a great card with its annual $35K free night award, and you also have the Bonvoy Bold card as a downgrade option if you no longer want to pay the annual fee. But if your goal is to get the Ritz Carlton card, here are the two requirements you need to know. Number one, you have to have this card open for at least 1 year. And number two, make sure this card has at least $10,000 in credit limit. If you apply for the Chase Bonvoy Boundless card and your credit limit is under $10,000, you have a year to boost this up. And some common options include asking for a manual credit limit increase, or you could transfer existing credit limit from an existing Chase personal credit card to the Boundless card itself. I've also heard that Chase no longer does a hard pull with manual credit limit increase requests, but I think it depends on the person, so like everything, your mileage may vary. And once both of those criteria are met, you can call up Chase customer service to make the product change request, and that's how you get the Chase Ritz Carlton card. Now, I think it's also important to understand why this card is considered to be the best credit card in the Marriott Bonvoy portfolio, so let's briefly go over the main features of this card. The Chase Ritz Carlton card is a luxury hotel credit card within the Marriott Bonvoy program with a $450 annual fee. It earns 6x Bonvoy points at Marriott, 3x points on dining, car rental, and airline purchases, and 2x points on everything else. And these multipliers are okay, but where this card really shines are the benefits offered when considering this $450 annual fee. First and foremost, you get an $85K free night award after your first card member anniversary that can be boosted by up to 15,000 Bonvoy points to redeem up to a $100K night if you prefer. You also get Marriott Gold Elite status, 15 Elite Night credits, and the opportunity to spend $75,000 on the card in a single calendar year to get Platinum status. But with the American Express Bonvoy Brilliant card that gets you this Platinum status for a $650 annual fee, I definitely wouldn't recommend going for Platinum status using the Ritz Carlton card. You also get a $300 airline incidental credit, a $100 TSA PreCheck and Global Entry credit, and a Priority Pass membership with 2 free guests. And what's really nice about this particular Priority Pass membership is that it gives you access not only to the airport lounges, but also to Priority Pass restaurants as well, just like the Priority Pass offered on the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But an overlooked benefit on this card is the fact that you can get unlimited free authorized users, and each of these users get their own TSA PreCheck and Global Entry credit, as well as their own Priority Pass membership, which is very, very cool. And of course, this card also gets you great travel protections, primary auto collision damage waiver, purchase protections, and no foreign transaction fees. So you can see the value that you can get with the Ritz Carlton card, but everyone's preferences are going to be just a little bit different, so let me explain the reasons why I personally decided to get this card. Some of the best credit cards are the ones that we call keeper cards, which are the credit cards that offer you benefits year over year that significantly outweigh the credit card's annual fee. And a very popular type of credit card are hotel credit cards, with one main reason being the annual free night awards that come on these types of cards. And after looking at my travel patterns over the past several years, I noticed that I travel a lot, mostly for business, but I do have a few personal vacations that I go on as well. And the hotels that I stay at the most by far are Marriott properties. So in my situation, I'd like to build a hotel keeper card setup primarily for Marriott properties, since those are the hotels I stay at. Of course, no shade to Hilton, Hyatt, IHG, or any of the other hotel groups, but since I rarely stay at these properties, I'd rather focus my stays with Marriott so I can build up my elite nights to get the highest status I can within that ecosystem. I also made a recent video about a strategy on how to get 4 Marriott Free Night Awards every single year, so if you haven't seen that video yet, I'll leave a link to that video up top as well as down in the description below. But I'm personally going to follow that strategy to build out my hotel keeper card setup with Marriott. And since I had a Chase Marriott Bonvoy Bold card that was both over a year old and had a credit limit over $10,000, product changing this card was as simple as calling up customer service and requesting the change. Okay, so with all of that out of the way, I'm ready. Let's get into the unboxing of this card. Okay, so here we have the Ritz Carlton credit card as it comes in the mail. So you can see here that it comes in a nice soft matte black box that has a very nice Ritz Carlton credit card logo here, just kind of nice and sleek in the middle, as well as in the back here you see it's more like an envelope sort of a feeling where it has this strap holding in the actual package together. What's really nice about this box is nice and small and compact. I love the simplicity of it as well. And just like all my other unboxing videos, I have already opened it up to cover my personal information just for full disclosure. But let's go ahead and open the box here. And you can see already when you open it up, you have this Ritz Carlton logo just welcoming you into your new card. No words or no kind of, I guess, catchphrases. Simply put, Ritz Carlton both on the back as well as on the front too. And when we open this, we have a couple of things. I'm going to put this up to the side over here. And you can see that we have, first of all, the card, which is what we want to see. I imagine this is where we would put the authorized user if you had one, but they don't. But fortunately for us, that means we can do an unboxing and kind of a reveal situation with the Ritz Carlton card. So let's do that now in 3, 2, 1. And here it is, the Ritz Carlton credit card. And so let's go ahead and take it out of the box so we can see what it looks like in more detail. It's actually just like the box it came in. It's a very simple and sleek card. Of course, it is metal, so you can see it's very weighty. And I didn't actually bring the scale in this time around, but it is about 12 grams in weight, which is a little bit on the lighter side, but still has a pretty nice heft to it. It's very simple. All you have is the Ritz Carlton credit card here, logo on the top, and you also can see that your name would be here on the bottom left, as well as this chip as well in the middle. On the back of this card, you can also see that it's also just as simple. You can see, I'm put up closer for you guys. It says Marriott Bonvoy Guest Services with a phone number, and this is some other phone numbers as well. Now, what's interesting is that this US phone number is the number that you're going to call when you want to get credit for that airline incidental credit. Unlike the other American Express cards or other cards on the market that you can get an automatic statement credit, you actually have to call that number to get that statement credit returned back to you. So that's a little bit annoying, but at least you know what number to call now. You do get your credit card number here as well as your expiration date. And then you have this contactless chip symbol here as well. And you can see that this is certainly a Visa Infinite card. So you can see that this is a very simple card. It's all black. It's very shiny. It looks very, very sleek. You know, I really like the design of this card. And again, it's metal, so it's not very bendy, and it's very, very luxury and premium feeling. And so I think Chase did a really nice job designing this card, and it really just kind of goes to the luxury feel and the luxury like kind of sense that you get when you hold this card. And of course, when you start using it, I'm sure it'll feel just as nice as well. So that's what the card looks like. So I'm going to kind of put this over here to the side to go kind of move on to the next thing. You also get this envelope here that's a pretty simple white plain envelope, and I'm going to go through just a few things in here that I think that are important. The first thing is you actually get this welcome letter that says it's here, your Ritz Carlton credit card. Now, I did product change this from my Marriott Bonvoy Bold card, which did have a credit access line of $38,500. So you can see it's still at the same number here. So that's really nice. And then obviously, if you look down here, it tells you just a little bit about the card, as well as, you know, some of the multipliers and some of the things you can that are important to know, both multipliers as well as these very nice benefits over here. And so that's what the face sheet shows. The next thing I want to point out is going to be this guide to benefits. Now, it's a really nice thing that they actually have this table of contents, because you can see that there's a large number of things you can look at in more detail. So if you want to get personal detail about each benefit of the card, you can see that here on this table of contents. So that's, you know, some light reading for, you know, when you go to bed or that sort of thing, some, you know, bedside reading, and that's totally fine. This is going to be kind of the cliff notes to what we saw before in the guide of benefits. It is personal to the Ritz Carlton card. I'm not going to go through the whole thing here, but it does say that it's got some nice pictures on the top as well as some more additional information here on the bottom. But I do want to cover a few things that I think are important to know because it's hard to find these on the internet. And so the one thing I want to cover is page 6 here, which is the Ritz Carlton Hotel Privileges section, as well as the 21 participating locations. So starting with number 6 here, you can see that the Ritz Carlton card does come with hotel privileges. It starts by saying extraordinary access is yours, and there are 2 benefits here. And for us as credit card enthusiasts, we're not really here to do paid stays, but I think it's important to cover that if you have paid stays, what are some of the perks on this Ritz Carlton card? And the first one is you actually get upgrades to the Ritz Carlton club level. Specifically, you get 3 of them. And so when you stay at a Ritz Carlton property up to 7 nights, you can actually call in and try to use these upgrade certificates to elevate your stay. And these clubs are very nice. They call it a hotel within a hotel where there's immersive benefits. They actually theme it to the place, the destination you're staying at, and there's also free food, and it's a relaxing area to be in. So that's something that's cool to see. And if you want to do a paid stay, this could be one option to use those. The second would be this $100 hotel credit that you can use when you have a paid stay at the Ritz Carlton at St. Regis of 2 nights or more. I think there's a very similar benefit on the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card as well, but just know that that's actually available to you on the Ritz Carlton credit card. And moving on to page 21 here, I do want to show you this as well. This is actually nice because it shows you all the locations of Ritz Carltons all in like one sheet. So the United States and Canada, you have all of these areas. I'll kind of put it closer so you can see more. If you want to pause the video at certain locations, you can. That's the United States, as well as Mexico, Caribbean, Latin America, Asia and Pacific, as well as Middle East, Africa, and Europe as well. So you can see there's plenty of properties to use, and hopefully, we can use these 85K free night awards at one of these locations at one point in our time. But combining this with the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant, you can get 2 85K free night awards. So that is also a pretty sweet deal as well. So the last thing I want to do is just go ahead and do one more look at this Ritz Carlton credit card here. So you can see again, here it is in all its full glory, nice and sleek. I kind of get it close to the camera so you can see it much better. Again, not much design, but it's just a simple, elegant, and beautiful card. And so nice job by Chase Bank. And that would be the unboxing of this Ritz Carlton credit card. So that was the unboxing of the Chase Ritz Carlton card. Now, if you're into luxury Marriott properties, another great card to consider would be the American Express Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card. And the unboxing experience for that card is just as satisfying. So to view that, check out this video next.